Hey everyone, it's Colin. How you doing? Just wanted to do a quick follow-up to the previous video about the whole Game Boy, the DSi XL. You're probably wondering why I gave up on that so easily. Yeah, I could have taken it apart after seeing the water damage to see if that really actually has an effect on the system. I mean, it still did get power briefly when I plugged the AC adapter in. Yeah, maybe all I needed to do was replace a fuse, but here's the thing that I've learned the hard way, unfortunately, about water damage stuff, is that even if it works immediately after getting the water damage, its lifespan has been shortened significantly. And that's because what water damage really does is it shorts things out. And some components are robust enough to survive a short. Some components are not, and they die right away. And some components kind of live in the balance where they'll survive the short initially, but they've been weakened by the short. Because remember, what water does is it acts as a conductor. And when you put water everywhere on a circuit board that's got power going through it, then it's just going to short every pin to every pin. Technically, you can actually get circuits wet as long as there's no power going through them, and provided that all the water then drains out, dries out, whatever afterwards. In fact, some people will even, believe it or not, when restoring electronics, they'll take the thing apart and they'll throw like the motherboard or whatever in the dishwasher. Albeit they will do that with the intention of leaving that thing to dry for like 2 weeks after they do it. And generally they get away with it. In battery devices like phones and handheld gaming systems, iPods and all that kind of stuff, they've always got soft power running through them. That's how the power button, the soft power button on the front, is able to operate. And so that means there's always some juice going through that circuit board at all times. As long as the battery has power in it, anytime you get water on or in that system, you run the risk of causing a short and blowing it up, even if the system is off at the time. So that's why I kind of gave up on that DSi XL so quickly, because after seeing the water damage, the battery, it had to have been in that unit at the time it got wet. I don't know the extent to which it got wet, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me to rip the thing apart, buy whatever parts are broken immediately to get it working again. Plus, in that case, there was no battery, so I would have had to drop the money on a battery. I wouldn't want to drop the money on the battery and invest the time and invest the parts cost, like new fuses and all that, just to end up with a system that either dies right away or shortly thereafter. I called Nintendo right after shooting that video, and they wanted 80 bucks flat rate to fix that unit. They may be able to fix the unit itself, but I do have experience with getting stuff fixed by Nintendo, and for the most part, if it's circuit board damage, they're just going to give you a refurbished unit. That's what happened with my Wii when I sent that in because of the GPU issue. They don't have all the colors in stock all the time. The guy gave me the choice of 3 different colors that he was able to see they did have. It was like bronze, burgundy, and red, I think were the ones he said. They didn't have that nice midnight blue, which I really would have wanted, but whatever. I told him I wanted red. I saw some pictures of the bronze, and it's really just black on the top with like a bronze bottom. I don't know about that. And burgundy, I'm not really a big fan of that color. Now, maybe they can fix my blue one. That'd be pretty cool. That one was in really good shape. Not a whole lot of scratches, really no damage, no dings or dents or anything, which is really surprising. One thing that I kind of touched on in that video and I want to talk a little bit more about is I'm surprised at just how beat up all the systems, all the handheld gaming systems on eBay are. Do people really take that bad of care of their stuff? Or is it just the damaged ones that go on eBay and everybody who has a system that's still in good shape just hangs on to it? So some other stuff going on lately. I'm not going to give up on trying to fix things. I'm kind of going down the road of having one of every Nintendo handheld. I might as well just collect them all at this point. So I'm going to try and find a broken 3DS to see if I can fix that one up. And that's just a matter of finding one that's worth fixing up. There's a lot of them online that have broken hinges, like really broken hinges, not just floppy, where the lid's flapping all over, but like, the whole thing is in two pieces. I'm not willing to deal with that because there's something bigger going on there. I saw one that had a broken charging port. That's the kind of thing that I want to look for. So if it's a broken charging port, that's an easy enough fix. I can pick up a replacement port for a couple of bucks and solder it in and have a fully functional 3DS again. The other thing, the other two things that I've been trying to find in terms of gaming is a DS Lite, because I don't have one of those, and a Game Boy Advance SP. And I'm specifically looking for an AGS 101 for the SP. What that is the second generation of the SP, and that one's got a backlight on its screen, as opposed to the original model, which is AGS 001. That one has a front light. Effectively, the difference is with the front lit screens, it's kind of like you're looking at a regular Game Boy Advance, but with a flashlight shining at it. It's even lighting, but the colors are still kind of washed out. It just doesn't look as nice. The backlit screens are like what you'll find on the DS's and all the other modern handheld consoles, where the light comes from behind the screen. It's nice and even. The colors are nicely saturated. It looks good. It looks like a modern LCD. So I want to try and find an AGS 101. Unfortunately, they are kind of tough to find. I don't think they sold as many 101s as they did 001s. And of course, because they are the better model, they are more in demand. I've got a regular Game Boy Advance. Got it back when they were brand new. It was awesome back then, but now it just sucks to not have any sort of light on that screen. I mean, I've got one of those like third-party plug-in lights that have kind of like a little gooseneck that hangs above the screen, and shines a white LED down on it. That sucks, man. You don't want to deal with that. You want a real proper backlit screen. And the other bummer is they used to sell a kit to convert, to mod your regular GBA into having a backlit screen. I believe it was called the Afterburner. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Maybe there's a way to mod another kit to make it work. I don't know. I haven't done research on that in a long time. Now, if I got a really good deal on a plain GBA, like another one that I can mod, I'd probably consider that. I'm not willing to mod the one that I have. I'm kind of a collector in that way. I don't really want to change things from what they were from the factory. So no, this channel is not going to be all about buying crap on eBay and fixing it up. There are some other video game channels about that, and I can recommend a really good one. One is called Retro Game Tech. Dude's name is Martin. He lives over in Scotland. He's a really cool guy. He knows his stuff. I recommend you go check out his channel. I have a link to it down in the description if you want to go hit him up and give him a subscribe. I'm sure he'd appreciate that. He just does it part-time. Just as a hobby, he shoots up videos about all the different things that he mods on his consoles and all the games he's picked up. He does some of that repair and resell kind of stuff, but that's not his main driver. He just does it because he likes the hobby, and good for him for doing that. The purpose of this channel is really to be more of a video blog. Things that I get interested in and I learn. I love passing on knowledge. I'm hoping that we can maybe learn together. It's not just going to be me being an expert about stuff and showing you, oh, this is how you do it because I'm an expert. There's going to be some fails, I'll tell you that. So in other video gaming news, I am really tempted to pick up a Wii U sooner rather than later, especially with the not so stellar sales. I kind of wonder how much longer that hardware is going to be around. The current bundle that they have is also a really good deal. It's $300 for the deluxe bundle, which gets you new Super Mario Bros. U and new Super Luigi or new Luigi U or whatever they call it, the one with Luigi for the Wii U. The thing that's really going to drive a purchase, though, is Mario Kart 8. I'm a big fan of the Mario Kart series, and having Mario Kart in HD is really compelling. I've been dropping I wouldn't say a lot, but a decent amount, more than normal on video games lately. But it's really only more than a normal amount, because my normal amount for a long time was 0. So I guess I'm just getting back into video games after having been out of them for a while. I've bought a lot of consoles lately. I mean, we bought the 2DS last weekend because it had a bundle with Pokemon X, which my wife wanted. She wanted to play that game. So we've got a red 2DS. I bought a PlayStation Vita. I've got that DSi XL that I sent off today to Nintendo to get fixed up. We still have our PS3, which we bought about a year ago and haven't really been using for much, other than playing Blu-rays on. Although Final Fantasy X Remaster in HD comes out in a month. Got a pre-order for that in. I'm going to get it. I love that game. I love Final Fantasy X. 7, don't start getting on me about, 7 was the best. Yes, I know 7 was very good, and if you want to say it's the best, fine. I'm not going to deny you of your wish to say that 7 was the best. Personally, I like 10 the best, but that's just me. That HD remaster, I'm pretty excited about that. The graphics look really nice on that one. It doesn't look like they changed much. It sounds like they kind of reorganized the music a little bit, but not in a bad way. So I think I can deal with that. And I still have the original copy of the game for the PS2, so if I want to, I can always go back and play the original. That's what's new with me. Hang in there, guys. It's been a long, rough winter, but we'll get through it soon. Hopefully have some more updates for you coming up shortly. Here's my exit. I need to go. Talk to you later.